Hello chess friends and welcome to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about accuracy in chess. So there are some platforms, online platforms like chess.com or Lichess, where when you finish the game you can analyze the game. That means you will put a computer to analyze the moves, and then it will give you like a final stats for that game, and that will count how many inaccuracies you made, how many blunders, mistakes, and then it's going to give you a final score, and it's called accuracy. And what I'm going to talk about today is that this number, what does this number mean? Is it this meaningful? I mean, well, let's start for the basic. Let's start with the basics. That means the computer is analyzing a human being. So the computer is comparing every move that the human being made with the best move according to that computer engine, and then it's like evaluating and give you the score, and then in the final that sums up and give you a final score. Is that meaningful? Kind of. Not always. And why is that? Because sometimes, like if you do like 98, 99 accuracy, I mean, you just played perfectly. You can be sure that that number is really, really meaningful. But what if you made 60%, 70%? Does that mean you played bad that game? Actually not. And that confuses a lot of people. So many people see like the game and then they see like 60%, 70%. Oh, this was a trash of game. And it's not the case. It's not the reality. So that's how important I'm gonna show you examples for that and how important it is. So not always the engine accuracy matters. But what does matter every day is the shirt that you choose to wear. Insider Store provides t-shirts with technology. So you're not only choosing the basic, like it's easy to choose the clothes that you're gonna wear, and they fit very well, but more than that, a lot of technology involved. Those t-shirts are anti-sweat. That means you're gonna sweat, but it's going to evaporate really quickly. Besides that, they have anti-odor technology. So this is antibacterial technology. So there will be no smelling for you. That's good news. So that means the t-shirt is able to absorb your sweat and make it evaporate really quickly, so making you feel cool the whole day, even by doing sports or even by doing your work. This is gonna be great for you. And the good news is that by using the link and the coupon in this video, you can find that in the description, you get a nice discount for buying those Insider Store t-shirts. Okay, so just check out in the description below. And let's go back to the video. All right, so this is the first game that I want to show you, a game I just played against. Well, I'll leave it for the next one. I'll show first this one that I played a few weeks ago, and I was playing like 3-0 games. I'm used to playing 5, and then my rating, I dropped 200 elo. But then I played this game, which I started with the King's Pawn, and after Sicilian, I developed my Knight, and then I opened the Sicilian, and so far so good. I'm just developing pieces here, I'm doing nothing special. He played Knight C6, I took, and I developed my Bishop. No brilliant Cs at all so far. And then he played e6, I just castled, and now he developed his bishop, and I played bishop d3, trying to, you know, fight in the center. He played, he advanced the pawn, he pushed the pawn to d5, and then I played the rook to e1, adding another defense on my pawn, and then he castled, and I played the bishop to g5. I mean, I did nothing special so far, and I probably didn't make the best moves at the opening. Black is well developed, black has a strong center, and I didn't make any mistake, but probably not the most accurate move so far. And then my opponent made a mistake here. He played knight d7, which clearly is a mistake, which clearly is a huge mistake. It's a blunder, because I simply take, and after he takes, I get the pawn, and he pinned. So he blundered. What I mean is, I did nothing special, nothing brilliant. Of course, I'm taking my opportunities here. I didn't play like a3 now or something like that. I took the pawn. Of course, I'm taking my chances. I'm doing what I have to do. But I mean, what I mean by that is I didn't create problems to my opponent. I didn't create problems to my opponent. He blundered himself, and I'm just making my job here. So I took the pawn, and now the best of all, I'm still threatening any discovery check, and this rook is unprotected, isn't guarded, and the queen cannot guard the rook. So the queen is attacked, it has to move. And now I can take the rook, so I sacrifice my knight. So I'm doing nothing special. This is basic tactics, basic tactics. And of course, now he may get a discovered attack. I just not made any primitive mistake. I just go back. And I'm just playing very logical, and I'm like, what do you play here? B3, of course. Then you can play C4. I mean, I'm doing nothing special, nothing brilliant. What do you do now? This knight wants to jump there. You just push C4. So I'm doing nothing special here. I just put my queen into safety. And H6, H3, the prophylactic moves. As you can see, I'm not playing in a brilliant manner. I'm just making some moves that are natural. You put the rook in the open column. I protected my pawns. And simply like that, I'm doing nothing special. Now he played knight f6. I just exchanged that. I want to exchange because I want to go to the endgame. So I'm simplifying the position, rook d1. And then he moved the queen, and now I want to exchange queens. I'm doing just the basic stuff, truly basic stuff. He moved the queen. I forced the exchange of queens, and then what I'm gonna do after he moves the king, you already know. I'm going to attack this. I'm going to attack this, and then rook a8, and then he resigned the game. So yes, I did my job. I did not make any primitive mistake. But what I mean by that is that in this game, it's not like I put many problems to him and then I got the victory. It's just like he blundered in the opening, and I just did what I had to do. And if you look at that, we get the review of the game, and then we get this report. Now it's generating the report, and then you're gonna see like I generated it before. I think it's 96 or 97, maybe 96%, which is huge. It's not what I'm used to doing. 97.3, like this is ridiculous accuracy, you know? And I didn't feel like this was, that's what I want you to understand. This was really accurate, but the problem is that he made mistakes. Now I'm going to show you another game that I played, and there's a completely different situation. Let's take a look at that. Now you get the picture. Now you get the point where I want to go. So here it is. This is my second game that I just played today. And I started with king pawn, and he replied with the Sicilian. So knight f3, knight c6, and here I could open the Sicilian, but I decided to go to the Rossolimo. So bishop to b5, and now he questioned my bishop, and as you do in the Rossolimo, you take the knight. So bishop takes, and b takes, and castle, and d6 was played. And here I thought about playing d4, but I decided to play c3 first. So now I'm preparing to push d4, and then I'll have a strong center with my pawns. He pushed e5, I pushed d4 anyway, and then he took, I take, he took, I take, and now I do have a little bit of pressure here. That's nice. So that's the first point I want to mention. Here I'm kind of creating problems to my opponent in this game. So I can take with the queen, of course, but I decided to take with the knight, so he has already to defend, and now I'm trying to get the initiative. So he has to defend, and now here I thought about queen c2, I thought about queen a4, which I really didn't like at all, because bishop d7 protects it, and then c5 is coming. But queen c2, definitely, I thought about this, but he would have no problem to defend. And I thought that the move that would create most of the problems to my opponent would be rook e1. So in most cases, I can push the pawn and already try to target the king that is still in the center. He made this best move in the position, knight f6. Now he's preparing to develop the other piece and the castle and put the king into safety. But now queen c2, and now I'm creating problems to my opponent again. I mean, now I'm threatening the pawn on c6 twice, and I'm also protecting this pawn on e4. So he has to move, he has to defend. He played bishop d7, and I still have 2 moves before he castles. So I played the move bishop f4. I'm playing the most energetic moves, and now he played the move bishop e7. Now he's ready to castle, but then e5 creates a lot of problems to him. So I am really feeling, and I'm really playing like I'm creating problems to him. And now he has the only move in the position, which is to capture. He cannot play any other move. He has to capture the pawn. And now I take with the bishop, and now I'm attacking the queen, I'm attacking the knight. His bishop will be attacked. It is pinned. The king is in the center. He didn't castle. So I feel like I'm playing really, really good chess in this game. He played queen of b7. Now his queen is attacked, so he has to protect it. And then I take the knight, bishop takes, and then he cannot recapture with the bishop. So now it seems like this position is collapsing. You can see now he can no longer castle. And then I want to increase the pressure here. So I played queen e2, and now I'm threatening checkmate. And the good news is that it's not easy to defend it. It's really, really not easy to defend this position. I mean, if he tries to get the bishop away, so the queen is defending, I have many ideas. I could even take on here on c6 because the queen is kind of overloaded. So I got a good position. That's what I mean by showing this game. And he played queen of b4, now trying to defend the bishop. And then I continued with a3, just, you know, making sure that if he captures my knight, I'm capturing the bishop with the checkmate. So I'm creating problems, a lot of problems. He played the queen to d6, and now I can freely play knight c3. Now I'm threatening to go with the rook. Now I'm threatening all kinds of attacks, and the queen will really have problems to keep defending the bishop. Actually, the white, the position, the evaluation of the position by using computer is like 2+ for white here. And then he just went desperate and played like long castle. And then here, of course, this piece is hanging, but I went for the best move here, which is queen takes a6, now really exposing the king. And then how to continue the attack? Of course, there are moves like knight from c to b5. Like this move is like interesting because if he takes here, and then I can play queen a7 and so on. I cannot capture here because the bishop is protecting. And this is the best move according to engines. But I didn't play this. I played the move rook from a to d1, and then I ask you how to defend this position. Actually, you cannot defend this position. But the problem is the computer is seeing mate in 13 moves with this move. Mate in 13 moves. So when I play this move, now I'm winning by 6 points advantage. 6 points. It's not checkmate. So the computer considered this a mistake. So the computer says this is a blunder, a mistake. It is not a mistake if you're still winning. In human analysis, it's not a mistake if you're still winning. I'm winning by 6 points, creating problems to my opponent, and that's what I want to show you. So he played queen to c5, and then I played this very, very interesting idea. Knight from d to b5 check, and now he took my knight. So, but this move is not the best. Now the computer says that I have to play this move by getting like 11 points advantage. When I do this move, computer says it's a mistake because now I'm only 7 points advantage. 7 is completely winning. Now he takes my knight, and now I go for the best move, which is rook takes e7. So a beautiful game. Like, I mean, this is a beautiful game. I'm so proud of this. I'm so proud of this game. Now check, sacrificing the knight. Now I sacrifice the rook. And now I'm 7+ points in evaluation. I'm freaking winning this game. I'm freaking destroying my opponent. And every move I make, the computer says it's a mistake. And now, not this one. This one he liked. But of course, I got the double attack here, so he cannot capture my rook. Then he played rook from h to e8. And then, in this position, I played this move. Knight takes b5, you know, the bishop is pinned. And this is a really, really strong attack. But the computer is seeing mate in 8 moves. And the move is b4. Now, the computer is saying that b4 is like giving checkmate in 8 moves. But when I did this, the computer says it's a freaking mistake. But I'm winning by 8 points advantage. 8 points advantage. I'm completely destroying my opponent. And every move I make, the computer is saying like I blundered. You know, this is like 9 points now in evaluation. It's growing, it's growing. And now he's forced to take. He's forced to take because king b8, knight d6 is coming. I'm winning. I'm threatening mate. I'm winning. And now he sacrifices his queen. And now he actually takes my rook. and then I make another mistake because the computer says I have to play rook to c1, mating 5, but I played queen c5, which is like I'm completely winning. Actually, the computer is giving me 38 points now. If I leave this 39 now, if I leave this, it's gonna find checkmate really soon. Mating 58 right now, mating 58. I mean, I'm completely winning, and this is a final blunder, and this is my final blunder. So you see this game, a very energetic one. I created problems to my opponent. I played far better in this game in human level. I played far better chess game than the previous game. Let's take a look at my accuracy here. Remember, I was always winning, but I was not making the best move that computer wanted me to do, so he was like giving me mistakes and blunders every move. But every move I was like destroying and completely crushing my opponent. And here it is, 64% with 2 brilliant moves. With 2 brilliant moves. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So you look at that and then you maybe think that this was a horrible game. And it was not. It was like an incredible game. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. So don't pay attention too much. So for me, the rule of thumb is if the accuracy is like really high, that means you made your homework. That means really the game was good. But if the accuracy shown is low, don't pay too much attention to that. It doesn't mean you played bad. Actually, sometimes you made like an almost perfect game, and the computer can give you a low accuracy like 64. And so that's why you shouldn't pay so much attention to what accuracy means when analyzing a game of chess. Okay? Thank you so much for your audience, and see you next video. Bye.